Hello YouTube. So what we have today, I want to do a video of how far we've come in carry guns compared to where we were several years ago. In this line of handguns here today, we have from old to newest, and I'm going to try to do it in a certain order to where you can see how carry weapons have evolved over the years. Thank you. So stand by. We'll talk about each one briefly. I'm not going to give you dimensions on everything and all that. That would take entirely too long. And then at the end, I'll tell you what I choose and why I choose it. Okay, so it's no secret that we've evolved in our carry weapons over the years. And in my personal opinion, we've gotten a little bit ahead of what we actually need in a self-defense handgun. Not saying that there's not some great new innovative ideas out here with these guns, and there is. The development of the double stack high capacity 9mm and 40 and so on have been a game changer. Some of these weapons on this table are what I consider kind of really outdated. I mean, because they're single stack, and that would be the only reason. And I'll get to that as we get to each one individually. This is going to shape up to be a fairly long video. I'm going to keep it as short as I possibly can. So let's get started. So back before metallic cartridges were invented, we had black powder, okay? And first off, all these weapons have been safety checked, magazines removed, so everything is safe. There's no ammo in here and all that stuff. I have holsters for each one of these weapons, including this one. I'm not going to show you all that because there's just a plethora of different holster options on the internet nowadays, and different companies making things for them. But I'll show you what I've done to some of mine, and I'll try to tell you why. Or if you see it and you have a question about it in the comments, just put it down in the comments and I'll answer why I have this one this way or that one that way, whichever. So, back in the day, before metallic cartridges came along, we had black powder. And this is what you had as a sidearm. It's a 44 caliber, cap and ball. Some people would shave down conical bullets and put in them, and etc. And then you had to put the nipple on the cylinder to make it go bang after you packed and loaded all of it down in the cylinder. Each individually, you would spin it and load each chamber and put a bullet and pack it down, and the loading procedures on the web. I'm not going to go into all that, but this is what we had. It's over 3 pounds. And to give you an idea, this is a standard 1911 commander size with a 4.5-inch barrel, I believe. 1911. That's, just that step up. This is what they had. This is the, single action only. This was the going thing in the time. And to have a repeater, being able to just back the hammer 6 times was a step up from what they had previous to this. They had black powder pistols that were single barrel. They loaded them through the barrel, 1 barrel or 2 barrels sometimes. But to have this cylinder, this repeater, was an advancement in their technology. Still relevant today in some circles. Very accurate. You can load up, black powder 44 back then and even now was equivalent to, generic standard type 9mm round now. So having 6 rounds in the cylinder was an advance in their technology. Many people succumbed to black powder rounds back in its time. So there it is. So then we went and we decided, well, we have metallic cartridges, okay? I have 4 revolvers in my setup that I've got up here. This is not all my handguns. You've seen them in the videos, but this is just a representation of each era, I guess. So then we decided we would have metallic cartridge handguns. This is a high standard 9-shot 22 caliber, but you get 9 rounds in a double action, single action, repeating pistol. I carry this gun today. It's an excellent snake gun. You know, it's just a sort of a general representation. These types of guns with this, you know, 3 and 4 inch barrels, you know the revolvers. They come in 5 shots, 6 shots. Taurus has got a 7-shot. They even come in more than that now, I think. But double action, single action. You didn't just have to back the hammer to shoot it. You could actually just pull the trigger. So it was an advance in technology. Great snake gun. So then we decided we would go, and here's another one in that same era. Again, 22. This one, though, instead of having a swing out cylinder like that one did, this one you had to pull this pin to get it to come out. And this is also a 22. This is a 6-shot. But you know that black powder, you had to take the pin out and pull the whole cylinder out, or either load it with the plunger. The cylinders stayed attached. This one you pull the pin to open it. This one you pull the pin and open it, and it had 9 rounds. Okay, then we developed the side lock here button, and the pin would swing out. 5-shot, 38 snub nose. You've seen the video on the Model 36. This is a Smith & Wesson Airweight. I think it's a 637-1. This is a great carry piece even till today. With that doggone little pocket clip on the side right here, man, that thing just fits right down in your front pocket, and I guarantee you don't know that gun is there. And it's always right there where you can just grab the handle. 5 rounds, so it's sort of outdated, but it's so comfortable. And for those of you that think that it's just a belly gun, you've heard your grandparents say that, your grandpa, well, you stick it in their belly and pull the trigger. Not so. This gun right here, I could shoot snakes with it, you know, at 5-10 steps. It's dead accurate. So that's another innovation with the swing out cylinder, but using the button. You don't have to pull a pin. And the thing about all these revolvers is you can push this button, you know, the little rod, and eject your spent casings. You can get speed loaders with all these. So where you've already got them in a little moon clip, you open it, pop it out, all of them will come out, drop your speed loader, turn your little button, and you just loaded your rounds. Also, single action, double action. Smooth trigger on this gun. Great little gun. I carry it sometimes today. Okay, so then we got into the market. I don't know that the years, you know, were overlapping or what. I don't know when come out with what. I ain't gonna get into all that. But we got into the semi-automatic world. Okay, and we were offered guns such as this. Not necessarily this, but such as this. Again, this is the Commander version. The GI version had a 5-inch barrel. Okay, so you get with this gun, you get 7+1 in a standard magazine of 45. Or with this particular one, I've got 8-round magazines with it. But again, you get a lot better trigger. A lot better trigger. A lot better sights. More sight radius. And a 45 cartridge. Reloading was simple. Hit the button, drop the magazine, take the other one, pop it in. You know, rack it if you'd like, or slide lock, release it however you want to do it. Um, great gun. This gun is fought, golly, I don't forget how many. It's too early in the day for me to tell you how many wars it's been in, but developed back in the very, very early 1900s, 1911. But I think it was developed long before that, somewhere around don't quote me, but 1903, 1909, and it didn't fly to start with. John Moses Browning worked on a lot of these. This made him famous. This and the, I forget which one it was, the high standard. Anyway, I don't remember. So, but anyway, great carry gun. It's limited. Round capacity is very limited. If you buy into that, and I sort of do, but then I sort of don't care. So like I said, I'll carry the 5-shot snubby all day long and not worry about it. Then we moved into, from metal frame, that 1911's over 2 pounds. We moved into, from metal frame to polymer. Mr. Glock shook our world up in the mid-80s. And he come out with we come up with the Glock 17, the Glock 19, and then it just went to hell from there. We went Glock crazy. I'm guilty. This is not a Glock 19, but this is a representation of that era. This is a Glock 26. You've seen the video. It's a 19 cut down version. It'll use 19 magazines, 17 magazines. It'll use a 33 round stick magazine and a 50 round drum, or however many comes in that drum. Polymer, steel, rudimentary type sights, but it does its thing. This gun is famous for being reliable. When they come out, they took the market by storm. It's thick, beefy, but it's small. Let's compare it to what we had previous. 1911, Glock 26. These grips were the thing. The difference in them. So we moved to the Glocks, which give us double stacked magazines. Okay, more ammo. Now we're getting somewhere. Glock 26 holds 10+1 with a standard flush fit magazine of 9mm. They have a 27, it's identical, different calibers, 40 caliber. Its big brother is the 23, and then the 22 in 40 cal. The 9mm is 26, 19, and 17. So Glock did a lot of innovation for us here in the last several years in the gun world. Okay, so where am I at? Okay. Then, again, we got all these micro 9, subcompact 9mm handguns. I don't personally have a single stack 9mm. Well, yes, I do. It's not old. I have a Glock 43X. The X stands for 10 rounds. Okay, it was a single stack. I bought a Shield Arms magazine, so now this holds the same round count as a Glock 19. It holds 15+1 in a super thin, very shootable, same damn rudimentary type sights that Glock's famous for, in a small gun. Now this gun, I prefer this one over the, the 42 or the 43, because they were like 6 or 7 rounds. This one was 10. Now this one is 16 if you count the +1. Just the same rudimentary Glock style trigger. If you get a good one, you get a good one. If you get a bad one, you get a bad one. Every now and then you'd get one that was great. Every now and then with the Glock factory trigger. So we've evolved to this, and there's other choices. Springfield Hellcat, Shield Plus, oh my goodness, let's not forget the SIG 365 and all its variants, the 365, 365 XL, 365 macro, and so on and so on and so on. All double stack, high capacity, 9mm pistols. Represents that class. A little bit longer grip than some of those. And I don't know why Glock didn't make this gun, the 15-round gun. I guess because they had the 19 and they didn't feel the need. But I did. I'm not telling you to do anything. All I did was change the magazine. Love it. Then we evolved again. We're in this steady evolution of what we want when it comes to self-defense. We feel like we got to have the newest, best thing, and it's usually the newest thing that's on the YouTube or the gun webs or whatever. We can't we can't protect our family, and we can't defend ourselves unless we have the absolute newest thing. So 15 years ago, people frowned 380. They didn't want a 380. 380 wasn't much more than a 22, which I knew that was horse crap then. Burst of Thunder almost sent that market through the roof. That was a great handgun. Burst of Thunder, great handgun. Heavy, big, yes, but not really compared to what else you had to compare it to. So they come out with a Ruger and other, I think Ruger and Carr. The Carr was a single stack 380. Ruger come out with a double stack. Well, first they come out with a single stack Ruger LCP 6+1 or 7+1. Anyway, Ruger did themselves a favor. They got with the high capacity and come out with the Max. Okay, the Max is a 380 caliber. Comes with 10 round flush magazines plus one, gives you 11 rounds of 380. Or, as I did, I bought the 12 round magazine. So now I have 13 rounds of 380 in a gun that weighs 10.6 ounces. And this is the stainless 75th anniversary version. You've seen those. They've updated the trigger. It's a little bit, got a bigger shoe. This is engraved stainless slide. The serrations are straight up and down instead of, up and over like the original Maxes were. But this is where it's at now. People are carrying these guns now because we've evolved full circle. It started with this. Of course, you can't compare this. But really picked up when people started carrying these snub noses. And now, what are we at? These two guns, a 38 special out of 1 inch and 7/8 barrel, and a 380 out of this size gun. They're virtually the same ballistically. We've evolved full circle back around to where we were to start with. The only exception is round count. Now, to be honest with you guys, if I had to choose one of these two pistols to defend my family in a one-time shooting situation to where I had to shoot to defend my family and I get one shot, that's where it's at. Love the 380. I carry it all the time. Love the 9s, the 45s, all that. 40s. This is what I'd carry. 38's been doing it for years and years. And this gun's rated at plus P. So I don't shoot plus P in a freaking snub nose revolver, but you could. Just like you could shoot plus P in this, but it's going to destroy either gun eventually. But it's funny how we've come full circle, full circle. I've got boxes of holsters for just these guns here, not counting the ones that I've got in there. I mean, I didn't bring all the handguns out because it's kind of redundant to have 2 or 3 representing each era that I wanted to talk about. So this is where I'd go. And here, it's just simple why. Number one, I've told you about the pocket clip. This thing will clip down in your boot. It'll clip down in your front pocket, or your back. I like to carry it right in my front pocket, just right in there. It snaps down it clips over your pants down in there. You don't even feel this little rubber grip here, which is substantially better than the Model 3, the Model 36 Smith. You can shoot this gun all day. You can't that 36 because it'll get that finger. But we're back to, you know, we're full circle. I've said that probably 2 or 3 times, but smooth craftsmanship when a handgun was made right and you had to have somebody that had the skill to do so. This is it. That's it right there. That thing is as smooth as a fresh set of ball bearings, I'm telling you. If I had to shoot one time, comparing, you know, and my choices were these two. Now, if I had other choices, it'd be, you know, honestly, that's what I would shoot with. But this is not in the choices. This gun's sort of outdated because of the round count. This one should be too. But in my mind, I've kept this one relevant because it's so easy to carry and it's accurate. It's smooth. It takes less maintenance. Bullets are cheap and plentiful. These ain't. You can buy 2 boxes of these for every half a box you buy of these. But pick what you like. You know, pick your poison. It's one of those things. It's a personal thing. I don't knock anybody. There's instructors on here telling people that, oh, you're gonna die if you carry a 22 Magnum. I got a 22 Magnum. You've seen the video. It's about that big. Stays in my pocket like a watch, like a pocket knife. If I were to get into it and lost my ability to use my main weapon, or, you know, give me your wallet. Yes, sir. It's right here in my pocket. Let me get my wallet. Well, I got 5 rounds, 22 Magnum. I wouldn't feel undergunned at all. I mean, that would be my first choice, but I wouldn't feel undergunned at all. 22 Magnum is up there. It's close enough to the 380 that I would feel good about. You know, a couple of rounds, 22 Magnum, point blank is going to do the job. But my whole thing here is we don't need excuses to buy guns. Anybody watching this channel, you either have bought a weapon, you're thinking about buying a handgun, or you have multiple handguns. I have multiple of all guns. So don't let somebody on YouTube, just because they've got sponsors and they want to hold up sports drinks and break every 2 minutes with commercials promoting this, that, and other. They're paid to tell you what they're telling you. You got to have the newest everything. Don't do that. Quit that. Find something you like that you're good with. Practice with it. Practice, practice, practice. Shoot the gun. Carry the gun. In the holster you're going to carry it with every day. Tote it. Tote that gun. And get good with and proficient with that weapon. I don't care if it's a 6-round or 5-round snub nose or a hell of black powder gun if it's what you've got. But carry a handgun every single day. Get used to it. Stop letting these folks sell you all this stuff. I would rather, instead of you buying the newest and latest, greatest pistol, because Joe Blow over here has got 10,000 subscribers, and he says, what's your life worth? You're going to buy this $3,000 pistol because your life is worth that. I would rather you go buy ammo with that extra money you got. Put it in the gun you've already got and shoot the damn thing. Stop being talked out of your money just because it's the newest, latest thing. Love y'all. God bless you. Let's get back to the basics. Basically is what I'm trying to say here. Basic. Everything I've got is basic. I didn't bring out anything that was new and highfalutin and all that. All this is basic handguns. Take a class. Do something. Get involved in shooting your weapon in a self-defense scenario and get proficient with it. Take that extra money, buy ammo, spend it on a class, do something, you know, get you a decent holster. So anyway, if this has helped you, you know, all this liking and thumbs up and bells, subscribing, all that stuff, do all that stuff that you want to do. Leave comments if there's anything that I can help you with, something you'd like to see. God bless you. Have a great day.